Hello there, it is Pete over at the Sampleist, and today we are checking out Tides by Rachel Portman as part of the Orchestral Tools Artist Series. Orchestral Tools are renowned for not only their incredible orchestral libraries, but also their extensive collections of bespoke scoring instruments. As part of their ever-expanding artist series, Orchestral Tools have worked tirelessly with Oscar-winning composer Rachel Portman to create the chamber-sized Tides. Tides not only contains detailed string ensembles and soloists, a number of character instruments expand the sonic palette, giving composers a huge scope for a range of contemporary scoring styles. Tides downloads at 92.8GB SINARC compressed, however less mic positions can be downloaded to reduce the size. Tides runs in the free Orchestral Tools Sign Player and is currently on an intro price of €349. In this video, we are going to check out the sounds and instruments of Tides, and I've thrown it into the composing challenge. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Orchestral Tools for sending over a copy of Tides so we can make this video. While we do get the instruments for free, it doesn't in any way cloud our thoughts, ideas or judgments. We are just working composers giving you our insights. Before we go any further, if you've not hit that subscribe button, now is a fantastic time to do so. And without further ado, let's check out Tides by Rachel Portman and Orchestral Tools. Here we have the Orchestral Tools free sign player, and within the Artist Series section, there is Tides by Rachel Portman. It's a really big library, so I'm going to break down the folder structure first, then check out the sounds. We've got chamber strings, violins A6, violas A4, cello A4 and bass, solo strings, violin and cello. We've got flute, alto flute, oboe, cor anglais, clarinet, bassoon and soprano saxophone for the solo woodwinds. Solo brass, we've got French horn and trombone. Character soloists, mandolin, acoustic guitar, dulcimer, musette accordion, harp and piano. There is a lot of sonic and timbral variation in this library. I only downloaded the basic version of the library as well, so if you download the pro version, you'll have a lot more different microphones, and you can of course just download as few or as many as you want to save space. Let's check out the violins A6. So I'm going to play all of the articulations for this one. So this is the lyrical sustains and legato. It's absolutely gorgeous. Everything is really expressive, and the way Orchestral Tools have recorded the legato, it's almost like it's over accentuated, so it's very lyrical, it's soaring. You've got these really smooth transitions, so do check out their websites. They've explained it so beautifully well, but as a result you just get this just beautiful legato. Absolutely stunning. Let's go for lyrical sustains. Amazing. And I should mention the range as well. And then towards the top end. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Portato. Staccato. Great dynamic range as well. Beautiful. Pizzicato. I couldn't decide what key I was in at one point there. Tremolo. Ooh. I don't know what that noise was. You think tremolo, you think something spooky is going to happen. Harmonics. And then we've got some synced rhythms. It's quite a dramatic A minor chord there. Measured trills up. Just playing those octave Bs, you can see how everything just synchronizes. And measured trills down. Yeah, it's lovely stuff. So that is the violin A6. So let's just remove those. And if I just play the viola, I'll just do a few articulations. Dramatic. It sounds fantastic. I love the legato. Staccato. So viola's gorgeous. Cello. Legato. Beautiful. Let's do the tremolo. I won't make that silly noise again. That's amazing. So there is a lot to get through. We only have about 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm playing all the legato, so you can check that out. I love the depth of this bass. Lovely. Let's go for got sustains, so not lyrical sustains. Beautiful. And let's just do sync rhythms because these are brilliant. Lovely. And I really like the release. So the releases aren't particularly long. They're not particularly short either, but when you start composing with them, it actually it makes a lot of sense, let's put it that way. So when you want to stop a section or go into a next section, everything blends beautifully well. So let's go for the solo violin. So again, this is completely out the box. There's no reverb. Just beautiful, beautiful. And the cello. Yeah, just letting that F sharp play. So you can hear the rebow going on and also the expressive vibrato. Lovely. And there's a really big legato jump there as well, which is cool. So that's solo strings and then solo woodwinds. So I'm going to pick out a couple of examples here. The flute is just stunning. Absolutely love it. Let's go for some short swells. It's just beautiful. And the alto flute is equally beautiful. So let's jump over to the oboe. Incredibly agile legato. Beautiful. And of course, you can check out all these individual instruments on the Orchestral Tools website. You've got the cor anglais. Yeah, everything is just so expressive. Unbelievable. Clarinet. Absolutely blown away by all this legato. I'm just going to play some staccato. The shorts on the woodwinds are amazing as well. Yeah. And then bassoon. And finally, the soprano sax. Beautiful. And then we've got solo brass. So the French horn is really, really warm. It sounds beautiful. I just think if I do like a Mixolydian type thing. It always reminds me of like those 80s Steven Seagal movies. Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't get the balance quite right between the drone and the melody. But yeah, there we go. So that is a solo brass. Also, trombone, I didn't play that. Very brassy. Yeah. Yes, I'll take obvious statements for 10, please. Okay, and then we've got the character soloist, and this is where it really, really expands. So everything that I've played, I am ridiculously impressed with, especially the sheer amount of articulations. However, we then have, for example, a mandolin. Lovely. And then you can have chords. So major to the left, minor to the right. Wonderful. Ornaments. And these are just great performances. Suspended chords. Yeah, I'm not attempting any kind of chord progression there, but you can see, again, lots of different articulations. Acoustic guitar is notoriously difficult to record. I'm a guitarist and I hate doing it. So having acoustic guitars that sound like this are brilliant. And of course you can use a sustain pedal. Love it. Harmonics. I absolutely love harmonics. Got a tremolo nail. So all these articulations and different instruments just give you different scope or greater scope for different composing styles. Dulcimer. Beautiful. Musette accordion. Now, you wouldn't expect this in a chamber ensemble, but it's really, really fun. I'm just going to bring down the volume. It is a little bit louder compared to some other instruments. And obviously, if you own Loire, I can never pronounce it right, the French-themed instrument from Orchestral Tools, you'll be really at home with the way they lay out the Musette accordion. If we do staccato, and just some key noises. These are really fun. I mean, why wouldn't you want those? You know, Orchestral Tools have thought of everything. I think it's really, really cool just having some key noises. This is designed for art house cinema scoring or cinematic scoring, contemporary scoring. Just those little touches. Superb. Absolutely superb. These things really, really please me. Then we've got harp. This is just a gorgeous harp. The range is phenomenal. And I really love the glissandi. And we have harmonic minor, whole tone, pentatonic, major. Very, very cool. Let's just do some whole tone. And of course, it's very responsive for the cutoff. So I've already composed with the library, and I just left these tails going on because they sound brilliant. We've got the flageolet. So I'm just going to play that. Sounds great with the sustain pedal, and of course without. Lovely. Yeah. Just seeing if I could adjust the releases there, but no. And that's fine. And then finally we've got the piano, and the piano is just lovely. Absolutely lovely. It is beautiful. I love the range. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. I did bring it down a little bit because it is a little bit louder again compared to other instruments, but that's not an issue when you're composing because you just adjust accordingly. Now that is Tides. That is everything that's in there. But I say that's everything. That's everything instrumentally. However, I've only scratched the surface when it comes to different articulations. It really is a wonderful collection. Now, I have thrown it into the composing challenge. I gave myself an hour and a half. And essentially, I started off with the piano and got a theme that I liked, and I expanded it. So I repeat the theme a couple of times in different stages of instrumentation. So you can hear the soloists, for example. You can hear the ensembles, the piano, the harp. Everything you hear is from Tides, apart from the percussion. So there is a timpani roll twice, and there's a piatti cymbal twice, and that's it. Everything else is Tides, and that is what the beauty of Tides for me is. You can score entire albums, movies, video games with just this library because it is so expansive. Anyway, the theme is love. I'm off to a wedding tomorrow. I'm very excited. And I decided to go with love. But it starts off really harrowing, as though someone's proposing, and it's the worst thing in the world. But it isn't, because it all comes good. Anyway, check it out. Let us know what you think. And then we're going to talk about Tides. After that rather heartwarming composition, which I'm going to entitle Themes of Love, we're on to the closing thoughts section of the video, and we'll talk about Tides by Rachel Portman, which is part of the Orchestral Tools artist series. I love chamber size ensembles, and Tides is great because not only is it a chamber string section, you have all the different types of soloists and the character instruments. Now everything has been captured with character, with nuance. They sound absolutely amazing. I love the legato, the exaggerated legato on the strings especially. So everything just sweeps and soars. And when you're composing with it, it really is a joy writing these different types of legato lines. And then you start combining the different instruments, and Tides gives you so many sonic possibilities. I absolutely love the soloists, and in my composition I use 3 different wind soloists, so the bassoon, clarinet and flute, and I also use the French horn as well as the cello and the violin, and they just came together to create this detailed and character rich sound, and I just thought it was beautiful. And then of course the string ensemble, again, they record at Teldex and they just sound wonderful. So you start combining everything together. And then slightly out there instruments, the musette accordion, the saxophone, the dulcimer. They're not traditional chamber scoring instruments, I guess. But when you start using them, they again add different timbres and sonic qualities to your compositions. I use the piano and the harp together, and again I thought they just combined beautifully. There are so many different articulations as well, so different playing styles, different performances captured, the measured tremolo for example. It all just comes together to create this gorgeous chamber sound. Now of course you can combine this with anything that's been recorded at Teldet's scoring stage, say Benjamin Wallfisch strings, any of the Berlin series. It's going to be great, but this is kind of like a smaller dimension for orchestral scoring. And again, we have all these extra character instruments. So for me, it's €349, and I think what you're getting, the sheer amount of instruments, different timbres, different articulations, I really do think the value for money is there. You can score an entire movie with just tides if you want to. You can score a video game, you can create a 10-track album for a publisher with just tides. And having an ensemble that is so powerful and so varied, I think is such an advantage in your composing toolkit. So do I recommend it? I really, really do. Above all else, it is just so much fun to compose with. And I, for one, will be writing a lot more with tides. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Orchestral Tools for sending over a copy of Tides so we can make this video. If you like what you heard, feel free to leave a like on the video, and of course drop us a comment. What do you think about Tides? Are you thinking about picking it up already? Maybe you've already bought it on the day of release and you're having a wonderful time. So let us know your experience. If you're not done so already, please check out our videos on YouTube. We have lots of videos going on, and please, 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 if you haven't done so, do subscribe. We are a small independent channel. We don't have any kind of advertising deals or affiliate links. We just love making these videos. So please, it would mean the world to us if you would hit that subscribe button. So until next time, keep making that beautiful music, and we will speak again soon.